Outrage over the shooting death of James Boyd in the foothills continues to spread on the web like wildfire.
It prompted a protest Tuesday. We showed you that on the streets of downtown Albuquerque, and now an online group that is known for getting involved in social and economic issues is jumping on the bandwagon. The group is called Anonymous. It's known for its attacks on banks and government websites. It announced it has now set its sights on APD. One reason is the shooting of James Boyd, and the video of it that we have showed you for a number of days now that has gone viral. Well, now Anonymous is calling for people to occupy APD headquarters this Sunday, and the city says it is taking this seriously.
Well, we respect this group. They have an ability to get into high-level, federally protected computer systems, large corporate endeavors within the country, and we're going to do what we can to guard against the problem.
The Anonymous video links to city websites and tells people to target those websites this Sunday. The city says it's contacted the federal government and made preparations to respond to this threat. Well, the outrage with that shooting is not just on the web. APD has gotten so many calls complaining about the shootings, it set up a place where people can leave messages about it. Listen.
If you are trying to contact someone in the chief's office and would like to leave a message, please press 1. If you would like to voice your concerns regarding the Foothill incident or any other Albuquerque Police Department incident, please press 2.
Got a lot of people pressing 2. Now, if you want to leave a message, call the police department's main number. All right, we are closely following the APD shootings and the federal investigation from the Department of Justice into the department. You can go online to KRQE.com to get the latest. You can watch yesterday's news conference with Chief Gordon Eden. You can watch all of it there. There are other videos related to the investigation as well.
A cop's drunk driving case has made it all the way up to the state's highest court. On special assignment, we reported on the nearly 4-year-old DWI case of Abraham Baca. Baca was a state police officer when he was arrested by Rio Arriba County Sheriff deputies for drunk driving. A magistrate judge tossed the case, saying that the state was not ready for trial. That sparked a slew of appeals. The defense argues Baca was already tried once and acquitted, and another trial would violate his double jeopardy rights.
It's a protection that we've had since the Bill of Rights came into force right after the Constitution was enacted in the 1700s.
The state argues double jeopardy does not apply. To learn more about the case, log on to KRQE.com or tune in tonight on 2 Casa Fox at 9 p.m. A trial date has been set for a former APD officer who is accused of causing a deadly car accident. Last year, Adam Casals was off duty when he claims he was chasing a DWI suspect with his lights and sirens on. That is when he slammed into an SUV with 2 sisters inside. Ashley Browder was killed. Her sister suffered a broken spine. Witnesses say they did not hear a siren and there was no record about a possible drunk driver. Casals was fired and charged with vehicular homicide. His trial is now scheduled for September 22nd.
We could soon learn whether the 12-year-old boy accused of shooting his classmates in Roswell earlier this year will go to trial. A judge is supposed to have a competency hearing for this young man, Mason Campbell, tomorrow. He is accused of firing a shotgun into the bleachers at the gym at Berendo Middle School back in January. Nathaniel Tavares and Kendall Sanders, 2 students, were hit. These 2, and they're still recovering. Campbell is charged with 3 counts of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. Right now, he's locked up at the Chavez County Juvenile Jail. Well, if you gassed up in Santa Fe, go check your bank and credit card accounts because they could have been hacked.
You think about how much traffic a gas station gets within a day, it could be thousands.
Santa Fe police say the crooks probably used a credit card skimmer and could have gotten their hands on account information of more than 600 people, a majority of them from Del Norte Credit Union. The bank thinks it happened at the gas station on Sawmill Road off St. Francis and I-25, the giant one right there. Police say it's best to pay attention or to pay inside until they can track down who's behind this. And yes, pay attention to your accounts.
For the first time since last month's radiation leak, crews finally entered the underground site at the waste isolation pilot plant near Carlsbad. A team was lowered more than 2,000 feet yesterday into 2 shafts at the nuclear waste storage facility. They were making sure that the shafts are safe and lifts are working properly. The next step will be to go to the bottom and hike through the tunnels to look for the source of the leak. At least 18 workers were contaminated by low-level radioactive particles. There will be, by the way, a public meeting today from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Albuquerque Peace and Justice Center off of Harvard Southeast. The meeting is hosted by organization Concerned for Citizens. That's the for nuclear safety meeting.
A bank near Albuquerque is getting some flack this morning for taking down an American flag. It had been hanging inside the bank for 9 months. Then a few people complained about it, calling it offensive. This happened at the Wells Fargo branch in Los Lunas. The American flag that was hanging behind the teller line came down yesterday. Spokesperson says the flag was put up for the 4th of July, but the company never approved it. He says, spokesperson, customers in other states complained about flags inside other branches, so the one in Los Lunas had to come down too. It has workers and customers upset now.
People are just really shocked that, in America, that, we would be asked to take down an American flag, in America.
Spokesperson says the bank is going to put up a flagpole outside of the bank in light of this. At 5:38, will tuition get more expensive for students at UNM? We should find out tomorrow with a vote from the Board of Regents. The plan is to increase tuition by 1.5% for students at the main campus here in Albuquerque. Tuition at other UNM campuses would probably stay the same. UNM has gotten more expensive in the last few years, but is still cheaper than a lot of other state universities, a lot cheaper in some cases. The Board of Regents will also vote on giving faculty and staff a raise.